Hi, this is GS from UOE Data Organization, University of Online Education. Today we are going to discuss about properties of CSS. And previous session we discussed, I have given introduction to CSS, and that previous session we discussed about types of CSS. So right now we are going to discuss about properties of CSS. What the properties of CSS means? Using this property of CSS and apply styles to the tags, HTML tags. I will show you how to apply styles using properties of CSS. Normally I am creating HTML basic page. Header. So I'm going to save this file as desktop, creating a folder CSS, that types dot HTML format itself only. Okay, I created that file. Basically I'm taking one div tag, each one. This is header tag, and I'm taking another paragraph tag, and so right now I'm opening this in the browser. Where it is? Here we getting outputs. Right now using CSS properties, I'm going to change this paragraph and header tag styles, like a font or colors, or using CSS properties. I already told you while writing inline CSS we have to place between header part. Normally it is preferable to do external CSS, including external CSS in current file, but right now I'm showing doing in internal CSS. So in properties of CSS, there are like font properties are there, background properties are there, and display properties, visibility properties. There are a number of properties. Out of them, today we are mostly essentially there are like front properties and background properties, and position and displaying properties are very important. So right now we are discussing about font properties in CSS. What the font properties means, it will change the font appearance of these tags. That's called font properties. In font properties, first one is font family. Font family means it specifies font name especially. Suppose I want to h1 is the tag, open brace, close brace. I want to change the font of this h1. So style, this is the attribute, and the font should be like oblique U. You see here I'm applying this to header tag, so this font size will be changed. Yes, this is one font property. And also for if I need to change paragraph tag, means same process. If you see here, this paragraph font tag will be also saved. And there is number of font family like Arial, times line. There are number of tags. Depending upon requirement, we can use that. Suppose if I want to use normal font family means I can place here like normal. It is normal. This is one font size, and there also we have font variant. What is font variant means? It is used to specify weight of the font. I mean, using font variant we can specify weight of the font. Suppose I'm adding another tag called div. So in font properties we are discussed about font family, and right now we are discussing about font variant. Font variant is nothing but it is used to specify weight of the font. Suppose I'm gonna to change div font weight. Div open brace close brace. Weight something like 800. See here, let me check. Yes, if you see here, I'm giving font weight 800 pixels like that, so the weight of the font has been changed. Suppose if I want to change for paragraph itself means 800. If see here, in the appearance of the paragraph was changed. By using this font variant we can give the weight to the font. And also another property for font property is font size. Using this font size property we can modify the size of displayed font. I mean, we can change the size of displayed font. Suppose if I want to change font hyphen si that is size like 20 pixels means here the size of the particular div. I applied this font size in a div, so the particular div font size has been increased. Suppose if I given something like 200 pixels means here, I mean, in the, using this font size we can increase the font of displayed content. I mean, this is the font properties. In this font properties, font property is one of the property of CSS. In font property we discussed about font family. Font family is nothing but it specifies font name, and we discussed about font variant. Font variant is nothing but it specifies weight of the font. And we discussed about font size. Font size is nothing but it display the font size. And we are going to discuss about another property of CSS is background properties. I mean, using this background property we can background color to the font, colors to the font, and background image to the font. I'll show you how. In this background properties, first of all we are going to discuss about color. Color means this color property means specify the colors. Like suppose if I wanted to apply some color to header tag means this is the property, color properties. You are already there. If you see here, the color of the particular tag has been changed. Suppose if I apply for the paragraph, color is something like green. Okay, how to end this semicolon? Here, the green has been appear. Suppose if I want to change the color of div, here, I mean, using this background properties we can change the color of the particular displaying font on the web page. And another property is background color. Suppose if you see here, for font itself applying color, if I want to change the background color means, here we have one tag. Suppose if I want to change background color of div tag, so this is the tag to use, like red. See here, of the particular div tag has been changed, means using this background color we can able to change background of the HTML tag. Suppose if I want to add background to h1, blue, here, like that by using this background properties we can able to change font color as well as background color of the particular HTML div. And image, another tag is background image. If you see any websites, we can able to see background images for the particular website. By using this background image property in CSS we can do that. Suppose I wanted to add one image to this web page as a background. Suppose like I wanna add to this image, so I'm copying this to my CSS folder. I already told you how to include image into a website. So in background itself we have one tag, I mean in order to apply background. So, suppose this image I want to display total back body, so I want to, by using body tag we can include background image to this entire content. So for that, body background hyphen image, and we have to include that image in URL. In URL I want to include that image name is this, copying and place with the extension JPG. The extension of the image is JPG. If you see here, you can able to see that image and background. This is how to apply background image using CSS property called background properties. Only we can able to see such kind of effects in number of websites. And position, another important property of style is position and displaying HTML tag on web page. Suppose I want this particular paragraph tag in the right side, so for that even though we can manage the position of this paragraph by using Firebug. Firebug is one debugging property. I mean using this Firebug we can manage styles very easily. We can download this one in extension. If you go tools and add-ons, here if you type Firebug and search here, means here itself you can get the number of add-ons. Where is Firebug? Yeah, if you see here, this is a Firebug for magic. There are number of Firebug tools have been. So we just click if install, means the Firebug automatically install to this Firefox. So it is better to use always Firefox in order in a debugging. So right now I have installed my Firebug. If you install Firebug, means you will get symbol like this. This is very important add-on while doing with the CSS designing part. It is very important add-on. Suppose if I click on this add-on Firebug means, here itself you can see particular content itself, and here you can see apply styles. Here itself you can give blue means here itself it will take effect. I mean partially it will take, I mean it is not real time completely permanently it will doesn't take, it just give preview. If you refresh means it comes to normal position. So you can adjust color here, suitable color here itself to your website, and later on you can uh, come to this tag and you can change that color like blue. If you refresh means it permanently apply blue color. And suppose you see here and you want the font with little bit high, more than 800. If you change here you can see the position changing, 200 300 the font width will be changed. So you can also put like bold. This is bold font, and directly come here and you can change if you need bold means. And also you can manage the position of the paragraph. I mean if you come here, it's direct selecting this paragraph, and if you come to layout means it will define the position of the layout. Suppose I want to move this paragraph into the middle, and if you increase this is margin left. Here on we can manage the position on this particular content. Not only here, if you open any website like Facebook, if you can also debug this we can also debug this position, this one to left. You can able to move that, but it is just preview. It can't not apply in permanently. So by using the, if you refresh it will come to normal position. It is just for seeing preview how much width we can move particular div. So for this I have moved like margin left 155 pixels. So I can come to a paragraph tag, re elra babu ilra. Here itself the styles can be applied. Suppose if I want to move more means I will increase the margin. This is margin left and this will be margin top. Suppose if I want to move little bit down this paragraph means here itself I can look the preview. This is margin top. So we can it will down little bit down. So here it is margin top is 70 pixels. I mean it is just preview. If refresh means this style will not apply. Come to this editor and we want to change that margin top. Pixels. And suppose for this div, if you click on this tag means you can able to see div. It is a div properties. If you styles means you can able to see the styles of the particular div. I mean, even you can preview. If I hide the color means you can see this effect. If I hide font means you can see the effect. I mean, it is just preview. If you refresh means original effects will come back. So if I want to decrease the font size little bit, so I will check what is the suitable font here itself, and I think little bit more. It seems like 48 pixels is good. So directly I will come to this editor itself, and I will change this as 48 pixels. If you refresh, it will apply. I mean, this is how by using Firebug we can manage styles on web page. I mean, once again I'm reviewing what we discussed on properties of CSS. We discussed about font properties. In font properties we discussed about font family. I mean, how to manage them families, giving names. And also we discussed about font variant. Font variant is nothing but weight. It defines the weight of the font. And we discussed about font size. Font size means it defines the size of the font. And we discussed another property was background properties. In this background property we discussed about colors, background color and background image. After that we discussed about position and displaying. Suppose I want to hide this particular tag using CSS, so I can use like I want to hide this div tag. So if I keep the particular tag is hidden. I mean, using CSS we can also hide the tags. And these are the essential properties of CSS. And another important topic we are going to discuss is selectors. I mean, selectors are very important topic in CSS. Not only in CSS, in coming topics to like jQuery or JavaScript, these selectors played very key role. Right now I will give basic introduction on selectors. On upcoming video we can discuss depthers. Okay, what is a CSS selectors means? It will allows other to target specific element. Okay, I mean, using the selectors, I mean, selectors are normally three types. One is type selector, ID selector and class selector. There are number of selectors in CSS. Out of them these three are very important. I mean, using these selectors we can cleanly manage style. We can apply styles to the HTML tags. I mean, suppose if uh, as I already told you what is selector means, it will specify HTML element. HTML element is nothing but these tags, h1 tag, paragraph tag and div tag are considered as HTML tags. I mean, giving id equal to, I'm just giving basic idea on selectors. I'm not going depth in this video about selectors. Coming video we can discuss depth. Suppose giving hi. This is the ID of this particular h1 tag. So by calling this ID here, like suppose I'm just taking some other tag. My tag. This is the user defined ID I'm defining in this HTML. This is my tag. Where is this? This is my ID. Okay, here we are displaying none. We are displaying all divs, so it's not displaying. If you see here, now we can see, yeah, this is my tag. This is one div has one particular id, so we can consider id as a selector. I already told you selector is, there are three types of selector: id, class and type. So id is one of the selector. I will show you how id can applicable in CSS. I mean ID selector is nothing but we can access CSS selector by placing pound sign. I mean I can access this ID by placing pound sign like this and calling directly the tag, my tag. If you see here, now I can apply any styles to the styles, it will apply to this particular tag. Like if I apply like pink means, if you see here, the pink color is applied to this ID. Mean what does exactly ID selector means? When element has an ID, we can access it with the CSS selector by placing pound sign. I mean what is class means? Suppose if it is, I place class, if I refresh means it doesn't change, it lose its effect, because we can't call the id class selector with pound sign, we call it using dot. If you see here, here it is. I mean what is the difference between id and class means? I mean just I'm giving introduction. I mean we can't use of ids in for different tags. Suppose if I use id, my tag, if I want, I can't use this id for another tag in same page, because id should be unique. But coming to the class, we can use class for number of multiple tags. Suppose if I use class here as my tag, even I can use the same tag to another element also for paragraph also. For id we can't use multiple times, that's the major difference. So I have just given basic introduction on selectors. So now coming to this next class, I will take depth look. I mean how selectors will be real timely useful, because selectors are very important concept in CSS, not only CSS, in JavaScript and jQuery. So in coming classes I am going to teach on selectors. That's it for today. Thank you.